So Nigel Farage has responded to Keir Starmer's so-called new policy that he's going to cut legal immigration, he's going to stop the boats. And Farage, in my opinion, the next Prime Minister, has responded in the best way possible by reminding everybody exactly what Keir Starmer believes in when it comes to mass immigration. Take a look at this clip.
Keir Starmer is the biggest hypocrite on earth. He spent his whole career campaigning for mass migration and for open borders. Look at this.
So we have to make the case for the benefits of migration, the benefits of free movement.
Well, that was 2020. That for the man, of course, who did all he could to stop Brexit. Now today, because Reform are smashing into the opinion polls and in the local elections, he stands up and says, you can trust me, you can believe me, we are going to reduce net migration. This guy is a hypocrite, he's totally insincere. No wonder his support is falling off a cliff. He deserves it.
So there you see Keir Starmer talking in the clip that Farage is sharing about how they must fight for the argument that open door immigration is a good thing for the UK. The same argument that Keir Starmer was making during Brexit, when he was the Brexit minister under a Jeremy Corbyn government. Starmer loves illegal immigration, he loves open door immigration. That is the ideology and on the political spectrum where Keir Starmer comes from. And we all know why Keir Starmer, and let's be honest, the majority of his cabinet are now pretending to take this tough stance, trying to out Farage, Nigel Farage, trying to move more to the right of politics because they can see that they are desperately losing. They think by now talking tough, making the promises that they're going to cut the numbers on immigration just like David Cameron did, that they will take back voters from Reform and win the next general election. Because their internal polling for the Labour Party, their very own pollsters, is showing that it's going to be an annihilation at the next general election. We shared on this video just a few days ago new polling suggesting that Reform UK will win an overall majority and that the Labour Party will be down to less than 100 seats, down over 300 seats from the election only 8 or 9 months ago. But there's one big problem for Keir Starmer, in my opinion, that those people who are no longer going to vote Labour and are going to vote Reform UK, or they're going to go and vote the Liberal Democrats, it isn't just about immigration, why they're not voting Keir Starmer. The ones who are going to the Liberal Democrats are probably have the same ideology when it comes to immigration as Starmer, but they simply don't trust the man because of things like the winter fuel payment. And those that have gone to Reform UK, let's be honest, they probably didn't like Keir Starmer very much in the first place. And again, they don't trust him for the same policies. But there's more when it comes to those voters. Things like the national insurance rise, things like the tax on the farmers, and the very, very real reason that people voted for Keir Starmer in the first place was to simply get rid of the Conservatives, hoping by some miracle that something might get better. And now they realise that the Labour Party are even worse than the Tories under Keir Starmer. They're not going to vote the Tories. These are the people that would never vote the Liberal Democrats. They want to feel like the vote matters, and they've moved over to Reform UK. And I can't see any situation where Keir Starmer can win these people back. But it seems to be a delusion that Keir Starmer has, and many politicians before him have had as well. David Cameron, as I mentioned before, every time the election come, he would just claim the same thing, that he was going to cut mass immigration. Then we had Boris Johnson, Richie Sunak, Theresa May, all saying the same thing. And now Keir Starmer is hoping he can simply say it, get through the next general election, and then he'll worry about it further down the line. But the problem was, after David Cameron first announced he would get mass immigration down to the tens of thousands, nobody ever believed him again when he said it. They just thought he was still better than the Labour Party. So the Labour Party are now seeing the left-wing voters go to the Green Party and the Liberal Democrats. They're not seeing much losses to the Conservatives because, let's be honest, Everybody's had enough of the Tories, and they're seeing a big amount of voters who had the same belief on immigration as the Reform UK voters did, now having no other option but to vote for Nigel Farage and Reform UK. But let me know what you think about Farage taking Keir Starmer head on. I think we should have more of this. As a rule, I say you shouldn't slate your opponent in politics, but when it comes to calling out absolute blatant lies when Keir Starmer is taking the British public for a mug, well done to Nigel Farage. And let me know what you think. Do you think that anybody will really believe Keir Starmer when suddenly he says he's going to get tough on immigration? And one last question for you. If you could answer this in the comment section. Even if Keir Starmer got tough on immigration, would you still trust the man or like the man enough to vote for him or the Labour Party? Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.